Hey, this is Matt. Once again, welcome back to another video. This is a pay request for James. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, PayPal is usually the best bet. Or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for Breaking Bad Season 2, Episodes 3 and 4. Which is cool to see more of the show, because I've been enjoying Breaking Bad so far. Enjoyed Season 1. Like Season 2 so far. I think because just the characters, the way the actors play them, the story, it's slow, but at the same time, it's more methodical. And I did like, you can tell it has a focus. Like it knows what it's doing. It's not just wandering around with the story. You're able to piece it step by step. And one thing I'll mention about the last time I reviewed a Breaking Bad episode, Season 2, Episode 2, apparently I got something wrong in that, where I swear to God, I thought Bryan Cranston's son spit on his picture when he's missing. Apparently, and I look back on it, he didn't. I don't know why I thought that. I swear to God, I thought I saw him on it. Maybe because like the look on his face, and then there's like a sound effect, and it's like he kind of does this as if he's gonna. I don't know why. It's. I swear it's. I swear I saw it. I swear I did. It's like. Is it the Bernstein Bears, or is it spelled the other way? It's that effect, I tell you. It's that effect. But yeah, I just screwed up. I don't know. It seemed like he did, but apparently no. I was wrong, so I apologize for that. So I was too harsh on the kid for no reason. I swore he did, but apparently he did not. But anyway, to this. Last we left off, Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul, they was in the desert. The bad guy's been killed by Brian's brother-in-law, Dean Norris. So our two characters are in the desert trying to hitchhike. They separate so they could be less suspicious. Bryan Cranston has to come up with a plan because he's been missing for days. So he pretends to be naked in a fugue state in a supermarket. So he could be in a hospital under psychiatric evaluation. So he can try to calm his his wife and his son. While Aaron Paul gets with a woman in a motel, a woman he knows. So he can have an alibi that he's with a hooker all that time. Dean Norris tries to sweat him, tries to talk to him, what's going on, but Aaron Paul sticks with it. They have no evidence, so they have to let him go. Meanwhile, Bryan Cranston is in the hospital. And I do like this moment because, like, we know this, but for him to say it verbally to confirm as to perhaps why his rationale, why his behavior, why, like, if people still don't get why is he doing all this. Because the doctor says, well, why did you run away? Because he doesn't want to stay there for long because it'll mean much more money that he doesn't have. He's trying to save money for when he dies to give to his family. So he just says, no, I wasn't in a fused state, I just ran and he'd get away from it. There's a doctor patient confidentiality, you can't say anything. And he goes, well, why did you run? I think this is the truth of, like, he wants to have money for his family afterward, but he says, my wife's pregnant with a kid we weren't expecting. My son has cerebral palsy. My colleagues, every one of them has surpassed me. And within 18 months, I'm going to be dead. And you're asking me why I ran? And that's why I think also why his mentality is, why he's, I mean, there's other ways, of course, to make money and all this other stuff, but why he's more adamant to doing certain things. There's the one episode, was it earlier this season or last season, where he tried to have a bit more rougher sex with his wife, among other stuff, because of all this stress, all this stuff going on. Got to be let out somehow. he's able to realize that his wife is trying, so his wife is obviously trying to deal with this and failing. Dean Norris was congratulated for. And I like Dean Norris. I think he's a good character actor. And he plays the agent who's the brother-in-law to Bryan Cranston's character. He's a very capable actor. Like I said, episode 3 is more about what's going on with Bryan Cranston's character during this whole situation. Then episode 4 is more what's going on with Aaron Paul's character during the situation. You still deal with Bryan Cranston, because the wife just decides she knows he's hiding something, he won't admit it, so she just leaves and doesn't communicate. I just trying to make them feel how she felt. Granted, I'm still sitting there going, I get it, like, okay, you think he's cheating on you, so I can understand being mad about that, to be fair. But if you don't know that for certain, and there may be something else, he's still a guy that may have, a year and a half to live. I would give a bit more brownie points of compensation and, forgive a bit more for certain circumstances, I'll put it that way. But that's just me. Although, again, if you think he's cheating on him, that's a whole different matter. Which I think is mostly what she thinks he's doing, to be fair. It tries to be a good husband and wife and father, tries to cook breakfast, teach the son how to drive. But it's mostly about Aaron Paul, because his family finds out what's going on and fully kicks him out, which I thought he was already kicked down and evicted, but I guess more so now. And his RV is taken, his stuff and bike is stolen. He tries to sneak into where the RV is locked up, and he falls through this porta potty. Just when it rains and blows and snows and cascades all over his soul, because Aaron Paul can't catch a break. He has nothing left. Dean Norris and the agents took his money. His RV has been taken. He's got to steal it back after breaking into the place. Fowler confronts Bryan Cranston, and Bryan tells him the truth. Listen, there's no half. I have my half. It's not my fault your half got stolen or taken. You want me to give my half? And half of that to you? What do you contribute? What do you do? Which is true, because Bryan Cranston is doing all the work. He's the one who creates the stuff. He makes the stuff. Able to have the stuff sold. And I like that Aaron Paul plays it where he's apologetic for the first chunk of it. He's like, I know, I'm sorry. And you see this rising bit where the first, the second, the third thing Bryan Cranston says, Aaron Paul acknowledges it. I liked it because it shows that Aaron Paul's character is not that ignorant of how this sounds and how this looks. You tell he doesn't want to be doing this. He doesn't want to be in this situation. Being apologetic to him, I'm sorry that I'm here. I know I'm not supposed to be here. But you sense the desperation. So this fight happens where he could kill Bryan Cranston, but he doesn't. And ultimately Bryan Cranston decides to give him some money. Perhaps sensing the one thing he can have with this guy is at least trust. That at least he could trust in the fact that, well, this guy could have killed me and he didn't. So despite anything and everything, Aaron Paul's character is not that evil, is not that terrible of a person, and that kind of trust will probably go a long way in this type of business. And how many seasons did this last? Let me see, one sec. One second. Well, it says the actors that do their jobs well, 5 seasons. So it lasted 5 seasons, so there you go. Which I commend them that they stuck to their guns. They said, no, it's going to be 5 seasons, we're done. So, seems like they didn't wear out their welcome, so to speak. And for what I've been told, Bryan Cranston's character becomes a lot darker or a lot more violent as the show goes on. I don't know when that starts or what season that starts, but you know, if that's the case, I'm definitely intrigued. I know people told me about Better Call Saul. I tried watching that. It wasn't for me. I don't know. Just something about it just wasn't for me. But like I said, I have liked Breaking Bad so far. Like I said, I like the methodical storytelling. I think it actually works to the benefit in here. The characters, I understand for the most part their motivations. At the end of the episode 4, I get that the wife is mad at Bryan Cranston. I get that she wants to do stuff to make him mad. Like, you made me worry that you disappeared, so I'm gonna make you worry. But you're pregnant, but you're smoking. Fuck you. Like, if you're pregnant and you're smoking, that baby didn't do anything to deserve it. So you're giving your future baby who knows how much pain, angst, hurt, and you're smoking. Like, to me, that is horrific. More horrific than anything Bryan Cranston has done so far. At least to me. So, I don't know what it is. Like, Bryan Cranston's family, I like less. Granted, the last episode, the before these, I for some reason imagined the kid spit on his picture. I know I didn't imagine her smoking a cigarette when she's pregnant. I made sure to watch that 3 times. I see the cigarette she's smoking. You know. So I think that's a bit crappy. I'm sure there's supposed to be some explanation to that, but like, no, bitch. But overall, yeah, I enjoy these episodes. I mean, they were good to watch back to back. You get both at a point of view, and then by the end of episode 4, it seems like they're going to be ready to cook again. Granted, Bryan Cranston don't have to be dealing with whatever his wife's going to do, but it seems like they're going to be back on this in the saddle of cooking again, and we'll see how that goes. So, yeah, didn't mind it. Didn't mind these 2 episodes. Acting was really solid. Pacing wasn't too shabby. And overall, it still has me intrigued. So thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.